Alrighty then, so I guess now we have to do the second derivative of last part's quotient rule problem. The only issue is utilizing this new denominator because it is the entire thing is encapsulated by its own exponent now. Luckily, there is a rule to use in this situation just for this, and that is referred to as chain rule. So, first off, for this problem, you have your f being the new numerator and the g being the denominator. The f just follows the power rule, so which I've also covered in previous videos. There we go. So now, the chain rule works very differently. To give you an idea, this is the overall equation where the derivative relative to dx, or of this equation, x plus c. This can be anything. It's just meant to be like a factor within this the parentheses here, to the power of n. Now, this what's in this parentheses is also important, so I've put it into a, so to speak, inner shell, which I will be labeling with the variable f. So as I was saying, this turns out to become similar to the power rule. It is multiplied by n. The factor is multiplied by n, n minus 1 for the exponent, and this time you're also multiplying the overall thing by the inner shell, or f in my case, or at least its power rule derivative. So, in this case, being that g is equal to x squared plus 1 all squared, it turns out to be 2 times the aforementioned factor of x squared plus 1 times 2x, which is just the power rule of that. Now, for this one, I am simplifying it a bit, so I'm not having to make it even more difficult in my head. So I simplify it to 2x squared plus 2 times 2x, which turns out to be 4x cubed plus 4x. Plugging everything into the new rule, we get the first line here, this big behemoth of a problem. Yeah, it's a bit much. But after that, we move on to this bit right here, which is far longer, taking up almost the entire line of my notebook, which is 10x to the power of 5 plus 20x cubed plus 20x plus 4x to the power of 4 plus 8 squared plus 8, and then the entire side here, since it is minus, it is everything here that is originally with a plus sign, which is everything, is now a negative sign. So, yeah. Also, I made a mistake right here. It's actually negative 16x squared and 20x. So, yeah, so it's negative 20x, or minus 20x to the power of 5, minus 16x to the power of 4, minus 20x to the power of 3, minus 20x to the power of 3 again, minus 16x squared, and minus 20x, all over. The new one, it's just, the new denominator is the same main factor, but this time it's times, to the power of 4. Now, like I did with the power rule, I just rearranged everything, so it'd be easier to put everything into like terms. And now that that's there, the overall problem turns out to be equal to which, you know, you see this in giant line, but when I see this and I see its outcome, I'm reminded of actually Aladdin. Phenomenal cosmic power. Anyways, so the answer turns out to be negative 10x to the power of 5 minus 12x to the power of 4 minus 2x cubed minus 8x squared plus 8. All over x squared plus 1 to the power of 4. And that is the second derivative, and that includes quotient rule with the added bonus of chain rule.